Okay, once again, good afternoon, everyone. Before I'll proceed with the discussion about the review of related literature, let me first give you orientation about the concept paper that you are to submit after the long weekend. So, as early as now, since you already have finalized your groupings, your group, so the group members, yes, Kyle.
Site 3A po ang
Ay, sorry. Check. Set B. Okay. Thank you, Kyle. So, since you already have finalized your group members and you have listed here the proposed advisor, so now is the time no na you craft your concept paper. So I am asking that you prepare 3 concept papers so that your advisors will have options on what to pursue, especially of course considering your research interest. Okay, so you can so since you have listed here the advisor, daghan na ba ninyo gusto nga advisor? Sige lang. Anyway, kung sa inyo hang adtuon and then modawat sa inyo ha, then we can finalize that one. One thing lang no na I want you to reflect on as you craft your concept paper is of course ang feasibility sa inyong study na wait lang ako sang i-share ang concept paper na template para mag-guide mo on how you are going to accomplish it. Wait po. Okay, so this is now the concept paper template that we are going to use as you craft your the starting point of your research journey. So this template will guide you on coming up with the topic that you are going to pursue. So first, of course, you need to list down the members of the group, and do not mind this group name. You can just have the group number and the set. Para it will guide me also if it will guide me in my monitoring of your completion of this task. Now, for this working title and research topic, this the topic that you will be listing here, syempre, isa kada isa. For this paper, isa, then the other concept paper, isa lang po din yung ibutang. So, make sure that you can narrow down your research topic to its specifics. Like, if the science education would be the main topic, you can narrow it down to the specific pagyud na topics under science ed. So reminder lang po, general reminder no na make sure that it is about science education and not just education. Okay, so you can actually do action research, no? Katong ato ang gipang diskutan last time, those are actually huge nga projects sa action research, but you can the application of action research can be sa subject na level. It can be a teaching strategy specific to a topic in one of your subjects. So pwede siya lesson gani para lang na madrag yun nato siya sa science nga content or context. Okay, so this working title siya because it can change as we give our inputs, as you also do your readings. So ma-change good gihapon ning inyong ibutang diriya, pero at least you can already have the discussion sa inyong grupo on what you should be pursuing for this academic year kay mao na gyud na ang inyong himuong libro. So mag-brainstorming yun mo. We are not required or we are not encouraged to give you any task during the long weekend. Para of course you can enjoy the time for having mental health break yun siya. Pero I think it would be more kanang productive also and more practical if you would also spend some time doing some tasks, dili lang siguro bugat, pero at least a task that can help you be more productive, help you feel more productive. Kasi naman palabyo ninyo ang katong tag-as kay nga adlaw, and then mahuman na lang or mag-start na ang November, December na ang next, then wala pa may concept paper. Dili ba yung concept paper ang output for this semester, but it is the proposal manuscript. Okay, so I would appreciate if you can submit the concept paper if you would prefer it online lang since long weekend man naapog ko sa amo ang bukid, so you can just message me or pwede mas email para mas dili mawala ang track sa to ang conversation if you want na mag-check ko daan, and if advance nga makuha ninyo ang approval sa ako ang end. Kung sa inyong paper na itulong akong i-approve na ay duha or at least na ay isa, you may proceed directly to your advisor. Para sa kuha pa lang daan, ako ang i-filter and then proceed to the advisor para ma-addan pa gyud ang inyong gi-prepare nga proposal, and then you can start from there. Okay? So, in this part, you are reminded of the course and major that you are pursuing. Again, this is science education. So as much as possible, do not just get a topic that is just pedagogy, instruction, just education, but science learning and science teaching. It can be related to environment, it can be related to health, anything that is more on science. Okay, kanang exclusive language siya for science. So, pag pagbasa-basa na mo, pag hisgot-hisgot na mo, para you can narrow down your options and then you can decide what topic you are going to pursue. Now, for the purpose of the study, of course, this will give direction to your study. No? So, dapat, in your own words, do not use any AI for this part, ha? Kay, if ever that you will be using AI to command it to get literature related to the topic that you wanted to pursue, do not use that AI for the purpose of the study. It should be from your own words, no, para from there as you write it masabtan pud ninyo unsa gyud inyong gusto nga i-pursue ani nga topic or kani nga phenomenon or kani nga variables or kani nga case. Okay, so you write it down using your own words, and then you craft the questions or the objectives that you wanted to attain and answer. So mo na siya dira sa purpose of the study. Inyoha na da ang tagaan og direction ang inyong paper. Now, in this part here, for the background of the study, I believe that once you read, your understanding to that certain topic that you are to investigate, mas mapalalom pa nimo siya pag naa na kayo daghang readings. So I am suggesting here in this template that you get literature from the global, national, and local setting. Sa local setting, you may describe the environment or the local, kung asan nimo i-conduct ang study, kung asan nimo na-detect ang problem, or you can actually get literatures in the Davao region or even in Mindanao-wide. Mindanao-wide na pwede na ko i-consider siya as local as long as it is established paper, it is a finished paper na they have highlighted the problem sa kanang imuhang gusto i-explore na topic. Okay, so in here I am not yet pwede mo mag-paraphrase nagsugod, pero dili pa kay particular sa checking sa paraphrasing. We will be having an activity on that para I know that you know how to paraphrase. But in this part here, that we are still building and crafting your concept, your topic na inyong i-pursue, then dili pa kay ko stricto diri. Ang importante lang is that you can get literatures from global, pwede Asian, pwede gid sa gawas pa sa Asian, and then sa national, of course, sa Philippines, and then the local setting. And then you need to have authors sa katuimuhang mga readings. And then in this part here, it is stated that consultation is needed. You may put initially your design, if it's qualitative or quantitative or mixed. You can have your reference naman, your objectives and your questions, no, para you can, and then you'll know what design to use. Pero of course, ako ang pag-check diri is maupod niya ang isa nako nga isulti sa inyo ha, the alignment or the appropriateness of the chosen design to target the objectives and the research questions. That is why I indicated here that you may consult it with me or even sa inyong prospect advisor if mo accommodate na siya, para you'll know what design you should be pursuing. Because again, if you can recall the topics that we have discussed in the first part of this class, lahi baya ang template na gamiton sa quanti, lahi pod sa quali. Therefore, sa start pa lang daan, you can decide or you will be advised on what design to choose, para you'll know what template also to use. Okay, so of course the references acknowledging all the authors you have used in the entire background of the studying part. Okay, so yun. Now, before I'll proceed with the RRL na katong material, let me just give you a trick on how you can avoid the parang impression. Although dili man gyapon nato ma-change no that sige daw, can somebody share their experience atong nag-RRL, nagbuhat po sa inyong RRL atong inyong senior high school na time? What was the experience? How was the experience doing the review of related literature when you were in high school? Can someone share his or her experience? Murag daghang experience si Mr. Suarez. Was it hard? Was it easy?
Hi ma'am, good afternoon po. In my end ma'am, it was really hard for me to really kanang look for a related literature, especially if yung naman gyud tayo ginasunod di ba ma'am na recency. So mostly pag makakita ka og kanang mga research na related sa imong topic, ang iyahang year kay medyo luma na siya kaayo, so dili siya mo align sa 5 year man yata to na recency ma'am, always di ba, always 5 year recency. So mao na siya ang lisod pud ma'am. Og ang kung mangita pud kag mga online sources means usahay na siya bayad, so
Yes.
medyo lisod jud kayo mangitag RRL.
Okay, that's very valid, no? And I think some of you also share the same experience with Ronel. So it's correct, no, that we are using the 5-year recency of related literature. Of course, exempted doon ang theory. But I believe theories are good if they are old, but I also have this. I also agree to the claim that the more recent the theory is, the more it is relevant to the phenomenon that you are investigating. Kasi why would you choose an old theory if your topic is about technology or the advancements of it, 'di ba? Murag mawala na pod ang iyahang relatedness, iyang relevance sa kung unsa ang imuhang gina-investigate. Okay, so just to give you some tips, no, this is a strategy that we also do as researchers, as faculty researchers, as student researcher myself, doing also my own research, akong personal ug sa kanang ako ang sa academic na mga requirements. So let me share my screen para lang you can have a view of the tool or of the platform that I use in exploring or in getting literature. Certainly na ay nakabalo na sa inyo about Google Scholar, right?
Yes.
Okay, so dili na bago sa inyo ang Google Scholar, but maybe some of you don't know yet how to use it efficiently, effectively. So wait lang. So for example, we have here, the topic is hands-on laboratory activities. So in this view, of course, you can have the results. So 1 million ang results, no? The first article suggested Google Scholar was in 2016. Now, the problem is on the recency. So kung 2023 ta karon, backwards, unsa dapat ang pinaka-old na literature nga atong kwaon? What year?
2017
2018.
or 18?
18. Actually, kung 2023, 19. Kung humana ang 2023, pero wala pa man, so we can have the 2018. So you just key in here, 2018, and then everything here na masuggest from 1 million, mahimo na lang siyang 20,300 results. So, you are certain now that everything that you will get from this material or from this site are literatures nga na 5-year recency. Now, we have here, for example, natay i-click aning virtual reality. So, wait. How do I share this one? Naka-ano man ko, no? Okay, so this one. Pag-click na to aning virtual reality laboratories, so, kailangan na to paliton. Kinsa may naay kwarta dara kay manghiram ta. Natay kwarta. Natay kwarta dira kiyan. Nahurot ta. Sige. So unsaon man ni nato karon that all that is provided here is the abstract. Now, what do? We visit the Sci-Hub. Okay? We visit the Sci-Hub here and then wait lang. Makita man ninyo tanan akong screen, no? O dili tanan di ay makita ninyo ang website.
Ang search bar, ma'am, dili makita.
Pili ang search bar. So, I will be, sorry. kita na ako regatta. Oh, wait. Wait lang ha. Sige na lang. Kita ninyo yung regatta. Nagtanaw ako shoes. Asa ganito. Direta. So, this is the Sci-Hub. In the virtual laboratory na site, naa siya link sa iyang box nga sa search bar nga naa dito ay ang DOI. The indicator for the DOI is this 10 na 10 nga start sa number. So ako siya i-send sa inyo ang GC. Now you get that from the search bar, kada siya nga part, and then you put it sa Sci-Hub and then open. So now you can access already the entirety of the entire manuscript. So that is how we do. Nakitaan ba ninyo? Wait. Sorry. Wait lang ha. Akong balikon. So first, ibutang to ninyo tong 10 atong DOI starting with number 10 and then you open it and then here. Okay, so ma-access na ninyo karon ang mga literature nga sa diri ang sa website is tag 39 euros siya. Okay, so that is how we do it na natay access. Okay, para sa mga poor sa may data dire. Kay mamalitaw articles. So kay poor man ta so mga tagpaagi para dili ta behind sa availability sa mga resources. Okay, so I hope that you will be using that one. And then, of course, no, balik ta dito as a Google Scholar. Are you seeing my screen? Wait. So, balik ta diri as a Google Scholar. Dalit na lang kayo na i-site na. I don't know kung kabalo ba ang tanan ani. You just click the site. And then you just click the APA and then you just copy and paste it sa inyong Word. Automatic na mo yung citation. Okay? So dali na lang yun siya kayo. There are actually many other platforms that can give you different literature. I am using, wait, I'll try. Ay, gitawag na illicit. Okay, for example, hands-on laboratories. In the internet, or I don't know. So in this hands-on laboratories, makita nimo ang abstract summary. Okay, so this is a very good tool also that you can use para mas dali na lang i-filter out ang inyong pwede nga maging resources puhon pag-craft ninyo sa inyong concept paper and the entire full-blown manuscript. So if the struggle is on the review of related literature, there are actually many ways now how to cope with those challenges. No, daghan na kay tag mga software, unlike before nga manual opening of pages pag going to the library, but this time everything is just clicks away na lang. So I hope that you will be utilizing these platforms, these materials, these things, no? And actually there are many other ways pa na by Mendeley nga dali na lang kayo siya kung makakolect ka og mga different literature. All you have to do is just to write your phrase or your sentence, and then automatic na i-enter na lang nimo si author nga nakabutang mismo sa imong literature sa nga collection using the Mendeley nga software. So na mga inaana nga pamaagi, but of course there is no hard and fast rule in review of related literature on the way how to write and organize it, but you can explore. Okay, you can explore. Now, let's proceed to the RRL na discussion. Okay. So before that, I want to introduce to you a YouTuber. Ako ang gina-follow because of her good contents, and most of her contents are about research. So nindot kayo siya nga reference, and I would like to share also some of the things nga ako ang na-learn sa iya sa inyo ha, akong i-share sa inyo. Okay, si Smart Student. Okay, na siya video on how we should be organizing our review of related literature. So nagbihatag niya ang 5 kabuok ways. First is the integrative or integrative. Next is the thematic. Take note of this thematic. And then next is chronological. And then next is methodological. And lastly is the theoretical. Okay, I am using these material from Dr. Ronnie Amorado. He is actually a local siya na researcher because he is from Davao City, but internationally renowned siya because of his works. Now, if you can recall, I'm not sure sa inyo about na set that I have shared a story about a researcher who immersed himself to the society of fixers. Katong iyahang gi-investigate ang fixers nga society, wherein he highlighted nga very ironic daw that fixers kanagong mga kuan ko na kay lisensya nga naay mga fixer na aka magkuha kag kanang passport ay mga fixers. So di ba illegal na siya, but sa according to his findings that these illegal acts of that certain society or community, their mission is actually to help the government. So siya to siya na author na very popular because of his passion in research. So si Dr. Amorado. Now, I am using this material because this is extracted also from his book on literati. When I was still learning also how to do research during my master's, during the time when I was earning my master's degree. So, literati is one of my references. No, kay nindot siya basahon, maka-inspire siya if you really are into the research. Now, sige, balik na dito akang smart student. I am introducing these 5 ways on how we can write the RRL para matagaan tag options, okay? The integrative or the integrative way of writing your literature is that when you critique current literature, 'di ba, if you'll recall your those times nga naa mo sa senior high, ang ginaingon lang, I don't know kung this is true sa inyo ha, pero most of the students nga ko ang gina-ask kung saan dahil sa inyo ha nga magkuha og RRL. So usually they'll say na basta anything that is related to the topic that amo ang gina-explore ma'am or amo ang gina-investigate na phenomenon. And that is actually one of the techniques na whatever is related to the topic, imo siyang kuhaon. Okay? So, kadto lang, just be mindful of the recency of the literature because of course, it matters, no? It matters because wala ta ka balo o unsa ang gi-explore po sa uban nga mga authors related to your topic. So with this technique that you'll get everything that is related to your topic, then you'll have a better view of what is happening, okay, of that certain phenomenon in different setting based on the collected literature. Okay, there is also a technique called thematic. Okay, who can recall those 3 main domains in writing the research questions for the qualitative research? Maka-recall anyone? Yes, Kenneth?
Um, ex- experience and insight.
And
Nakalimot ko sa isa. Experience, insight, and
yes, Elegarle.
Coping mechanism po.
Okay, yes, that's correct. Okay. Thank you, Kenneth and Ashley. So, those 3 domains that we consider in writing our research questions can actually be the basis of the themes that we will use in writing our review of related literature. Instead of just randomly getting related literature based on the topic that we have chosen, with these questions, katong experiences, coping mechanisms, and insights, those can serve as our themes. No, so the first subheading would be the experiences of students who have practiced or who have employed hands-on laboratory activities, for example, in ANA. So, example, si Santos 2020, naa siya'y mga activities sa iya, ay naa siya'y published article about the challenges experienced by the students in blended learning sa ilahang hands-on nga mga laboratory activities. So si Santos in 2020, kadto siya nga imuhang kwaon nga literature is imuha siyang ibutang didto sa imuhang first nga subheading. Kay naaman sa iyang study ang pwede nimo magamit nga literature because you labeled it as experiences. Okay? For example, si Ceballos in 2021, naa siya collection of published articles about the coping mechanisms of students in blended learning. The same lang gihapon, pero naaka-focus siya sa coping mechanism. Now, on your second na domain or second theme in your RRL, dito po nimo ibutang si Ceballos nga study. Okay? For example, ang giingon ang topic ni Ceballos in 2021 is that these students experience challenges, difficult scenarios in translating virtual laboratory experience to hands-on laboratory experience. And so they have devised their own coping mechanisms. Kunwari, inana iyang study. Now, ang akong gingon kanina, pwede nimo gamiton ang katong nga literature ni Ceballos sa coping mechanism. Asa pa nimo siya pwede magamit sa imuhang mga domains. So akong ingon nga statement ni Ceballos that students have experienced difficulties in translating virtual laboratories to their hands-on laboratories because these students are attending blended classes. So meaning na hands-on, na virtual. Okay? And because of those difficulties, they have devised their own coping mechanism. Okay? So asa pa nato to pwede magamit ang study ni Ceballos in 2021 on the headings nga to ang gi-prepare for our RRL.
Sa insights, ma'am?
Sa insights dayon? Na ba to yung realizations? Pwede gihapon if ever that is part of the study of Ceballos. Naman ang author diri na-appeal ba nimo Ceballos 2021 sa imuhang paper ang mga insights? Asa naman ni si Ceballos Cristil? Hello? Wala lagi si Cristil.
Yes, ma'am.
Na-appeal,
May pandesal.
pero na-appeal nimo ang insights sa imong study.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tama gihapon si Kenneth. If ever nga na ay insights nga na-appeal sa study ni Ceballos 2021, dito na po siya ibutang sa insights nga subheading. And that's correct. 'Di ba ang akong giingon, that's correct, Hazel, na ang katong giingon nako na difficulties experience are actually experiences, valid experiences stated in this study of Ceballos na pwede na to ibutang again sa domain under the experiences. Now, my point here is that maski ang isa lang ka article, isa ka study can be dili kay sa isa ka study ay itaplak ra pud nimo nga ay niingon siya experience, ay butang ra po siya experience, basahon nimo, tanawon nimo nga ay kanidang study ni Morado kay naa siya insights pero wala siya coping mechanism. So meaning sa insights siya nimo i-tag. Tapos kanida ay ang study ni Ledesma kay daghan kay strategies nga ginabuhat diri. So strategies are coping mechanisms. Ibutang na pud siya dito sa coping mechanism. That is how we organize literature based on the themes guided by our research questions. Okay, now there is also another way that is chronological. Who can recall among the 5 qualitative approach, which one do you think can use or should use this chronological way of organizing literature among the five approaches in qualitative? Which do you think should use the chronological way of organizing literature?
Narrative.
Okay, it is actually historical or narrative. Historical or narrative. Okay, historical, of course, there would be series of events from the past up to the present. So, writing literature chronologically based on the sequence of events, the happenings of the events per year, ang ilagay ng ginabutang na subheading nga ni kay year. Okay, so you can use that approach in organizing the literature sa chronological, kung historical or narrative imuhang study. There is also the methodological approach wherein there would be comparison of methods used. Okay, in some studies there are these explorations of methods Okay, dili siya about the topic, but they are just using the topic to explore about the methods. That is why sa iyahang literature, ang iya pong mga collection of articles and relevant studies are about the methods. Okay? For example, naigitawag na EFA, Exploratory Factor Analysis. Now, for this EFA, we are using the topic about readiness of science educators, third-year science educators, para sa ilahang internship. Okay? So, using the exploratory factor analysis, what are the constructs of readiness of the third year science educators for deployment? Ano siya? So, meaning, ang imuhang pag-explore sa topic on readiness is using the method of exploratory factor analysis. So, more on methodology ang imuhang i-highlight, not on the topic. Pero nagod gihapon ang intention dito ang mo answer ka sa kung unsa ang topic, pero ang mas highlight is the methods. Naamang ko isa ka study ani nga ang critic niya is dili about sa result sa kadtong readiness of the students, but it is on the methods used in uncovering those constructs of readiness. Okay, so yun. Then lastly is of course the theoretical. What, again, among the 5 approaches in qualitative, which do you think can use the theoretical approach in organizing literature among the 5 approaches? Yes, that's correct. It's grounded theory. So, diba, the purpose of conducting a grounded theory is that you have a claim that a new concept or a new model, a new theory should be introduced to explain a certain phenomenon or a certain case. So you should be acknowledging those other theories that attempted to explain the phenomenon. Kaya naman may possibility na attempts on explaining it, pero lahi ang nigawa sa ilang study, and so wala gid nila na-establish ang theory. Okay, or they have established a theory relevant to the topic nga imuhang gi-explore, pero different gid sila. Mura gud kag naa kay 5 nga theories nga gi-collect in your review of related literature, but not no theory from this 5 ang naka-explain yun sa imuhang na-discover nga novel theory. Something ana. Okay, so yun. So that is how researchers may organize their literature based on, of course, considering the purpose of their exploration. So we can use thematic. Actually, mas pinaka-preferred yun ang thematic. Pero kadtong mga naay katong gusto mag-grounded pohon sa inyong doctorate pohon, mag-theoretical mo. And then you can also do methodological pohon with expertise if you really want to explore a certain method nga imuhang sadihan gid ba unsa ang iyahang process pareha ng I'm not sure if na-introduce na nako no, but it is I think naa siya sa inyong material, the Colysis method, no. Naay mga studies nga magkuha silang topic and then ilahang i-critique ang Colysis method. So that is methodological research, and then that will demand methodological RRL. Now, going back to this material of Doc Amorado, ako lang ning i-highlight diri ang kaning mga important things on how we should write the review, the RRL in our manuscript. Sorry. Okay, first is inventory. Okay, wait lang, kaya medyo gamay. Where is the button? Yan. So, The first technique in writing a good RRL is doing inventory. So you do this one instead of kay ang usahay man good, the wrong practice that most student researchers do is that they collect articles and then they just copy everything. Buto na nila tanan, saksak sinagol lang siya tanan. Okay? And it is an indication that you have not read enough for your topic. And that can be very obvious during the defense. Okay, panel would ask you, okay, so based on your readings, what have you discovered or anything you would like to share about this one? Have you read anything about it? And then what you did is isa lang inyumuhang gibasa. So that is very obvious now nga kulang pag yun. So subject for redefense gud na possible, no? Pero if you will be using this technique, this can actually help you in establishing your literature or in establishing your assumption. For example, in this slide here, nag-use siya og inventory technique. The factors that reinforce the country's poverty. Accordingly, these are the foreign intervention and foreign debt according to Constantino in 1979 and in 1982. Garcia, religion, according to Garcia in 1993, population, so meaning the enumerated factors that reinforce the country's poverty are supported by various authors, even in different years. So, this now establishes or strengthens your claim na mauni siya ang mga factors na naka-reinforce the country's poverty. Okay, instead of just saying na according to Constantino in 1979, that poverty is still occurring, kunwari example in ana ha, you will be questioned. Unsa may giingon sa 2022 nga study karon nga base na solve na nga problem na gusto gihapon nimo siya i-explore nganong wala makakabalo nga na solve na kay imong literature 1979 pa. Okay, so that is now the beauty of reading a lot, because you can establish na dugay na diay ni siya nag-occur and it is still reoccurring. It is reoccurring. Okay, and that means that establishes then the urgency of the conduct of the study because you intend to provide solution, maybe not give, but recommend a possible solution to that certain problem, because even until now, because even the researchers in 2022 still na-detect gihapon nila ni nga problem, and that can be supported by the literatures that you will be presenting to the panel. That is the reason why every time I sit as panel member, I always look into literature. Kay dira gyud nako ginatanaw kung nagbasa pa gyud ni nga researcher, because scholarly magud na work ang research, no, so dili na siya pwede nga opinion lang nimo nga imuhang isulat dira. Therefore, if you will have your wide good na collection of literature, nindot kayo imuhang discussion sa imuhang problem, sa imuhang possible solution, because daghan ka og sa kuan pa, daghan ka og abogado nga ning ingon nga kani ang dapat, kani ang tinuod. So meaning whatever you say there, it is backed up with authors. Okay, another way of using inventory technique is actually in enumerating, pero I would not encourage this one in writing the literature. Pero just to give you the example, by the way, do not be confused on the format na gigamit ni Dr. Amorado. I think dili ko sure sa iyahang format, but dili siya APA. Kaya sa APA, it is the last name, comma, and then the date. But this one is lahi iyahang gigamit na format. So, ayaw lang ninyo siya i-follow. Na ako gihatag sa inyo nga material on APA 7th edition. Kadto ang sunda. Okay? So now, this is how again we use the inventory technique that each component that you are introducing as a factor, as a construct, as a dimension are supported by the various authors. Okay, so that is inventory technique. Now this one is the most common siya na way or technique in writing the RRL. It is called resonation. Now, a truth or reality is more established if many agree to that statement. Okay, that there is a principle uh, um behind that, no, na 'di ba, if it is real if daghag niingon, meaning mas murag ma-establish nimo ang truth if daghan mo attest or daghan nagwitness. Inana gud ang concept. So in this technique in resonation, um you use the inventory technique because you are gathering authors, no, gathering authors that gathering authors who have the same claim. They resonate, no, they resonate, meaning parehas sila og opinion or statements or findings about a specific topic. And so resonation, combining inventory is actually a very good technique for you to write your RRL, especially in the introduction, because students, RRL is not just in the chapter 2, or it is not just part of the heading na naa dito ang RRL. Review of related literature is from the beginning until the end of your manuscript. This is actually your backbone. Murag mao ni ang mualsa sa imuhang paper. It is of course the results nga maoy meet. Kaya syempre mao man gyud ang murag pulos sa imong study. What have you discovered now? It is the results. But on how you are going to stand or to project the results of your study, it should be backed up or anchored to various literature. So kung sa balay pa mao ni imuhang tukod, imong pillars nga mugunit mo hold sa imuhang gina-build na claim. Okay? So you can use resonation as a technique. So, kunwari, student motivation, influence, academic performance. That is according to Geroche in 2021, Medalla in 2022, and Pitalyar in 2023. So, meaning that sends a message that you have read lots of articles from various authors and that they establish the fact that student motivation is a predictor of good academic performance, and that is already a strong claim. Even the maganin na okay man yung 5-year recency, but sometimes we acknowledge old literature just to establish that kato problem na siya before, and it is reoccurring karon na days, no. So that is actually a good scenario. So if you will just be reflecting on the things na nga akong ginasulti sa inyo ha, RRL is actually telling a story about the works of others, about the findings of others of the certain topic that you are investigating. That is actually a challenge for us researchers, even at your level, na makabuhat mo og story sa inyohang literature. Dili siya nga creative in a way na inyohan na lang i-flower na o pagstorya, but it is on how we can collect literatures nga nindot siya for for the topic nga ato ang gi-investigate. To continue, there is also a technique called compare and contrast. Okay, so meaning you are highlighting the similarities of the opinion and at the same time the differences of the opinion of these various authors. Now, it is also good that dili always na ang imuhang study, kunwari, maingon ka that teaching style is a good predictor of good student academic performance. Kutahay mo na siya imuhang claim. Now, it can be said na tama to, ay pwede siya na tama, pero pwede gihapon ka mo introduce og literature na kanang different or lahi na lang to ang himo na example. There is this study about kaning gikonduct sa math major that anxiety level is a predictor of good academic performance in math. Okay? So, the statement is anxiety level is a predictor of good academic performance in math. So, many authors claim that this is true based on the results of their study. Na nung nakaingon man sila, because in the questionnaire, many students who are performing well in their classes acknowledge that they have anxieties every time that they answer math problems. So meaning, the more daw na nagka-anxiety ang estudyante, the more they are engaged into that problem-solving activity, the more they can perform because they are more focused, they are more particular, taas ilang anxiety level, pero taas po ang ilang score. And that was that was the result of many studies. Now, napay lahi nga study niingon nga that is not true because if there's anxiety, there is no focus. If there's anxiety, there would be fear, and there would be less engagement to a problem-solving activity, and so it will affect negatively the academic performance. So lahi-lahi silang perspectives, na ay positive, na ay negative. And that is a good collection of literature because you are now, what if imong study is anxiety level, mo to siya nga topic, and then wala pa man kakabalo og aha didto ang result. So it's good to have to collect literatures nga lahi og perspectives. Okay, so nindot unta na atay makita ngin ana sa inyong mga topic na ipang explore kay nindot nga naay nag-away sa inyong literature. Okay, because again, that is an indication that you have read a lot and there is beauty about mag-away nga literature. Mura gud nagkanagong mga bright og mag-away, pero mga bright man sila, so that is still helpful. Ana. Okay, next is this reinforce and debunk, wherein we establish a claim. Okay, we establish a claim and then we also introduce something that will debunk, meaning i-ano siya, murag i-discard siya nga idea. For example, it is diba, we can say that teaching styles are very kanang teaching style is a factor that determines the performance of the students. Mo na siya imong gi-establish na premise. Okay? Now, because of the blended learning or because of the online learning, it was found out that teaching styles do not matter anymore, but it is on the self-directed learning styles of the students. So meaning, imo ang establish first, but then later on, because of the more readings you had, na kay mas gi-introduce nga imo yung totally gi-discard tong first nimong gibutang na statement and introduce another one. Okay, so inana siya. So meaning, the RRL is not merely the texts that fill your manuscript. No, kay usahay no murag proud kay ta kay daghan na oy bagaas literature or nya wa day gipang basa. Wala man lang di ay gibutangan og transitional device. Sige daw be. So ganini mga transitional devices, what if you wanted to add more literature? What transitional devices you should use? Sige daw. Suggest at least 3. Anyone?
Direct quotation, ma'am.
Transitional device. Those phrases or words that you use to connect one one concept to the next. Okay. If you are to add. Okay, yes, it's correct. In addition, furthermore, tama. Ano pa, Ronel?
Moreover, ma'am.
Yes, Kenneth?
Moreover.
Moreover,
Sure, ma'am.
yes. Yes, that's correct. Again, Ronel? So to Ronel?
Additionally, mga anak.
Okay, yes. What if you
Moreover, furthermore,
what if you are going to present the same concept? What would be the transitional device? In the same manner, how kasi Groucho? Similarly, that's correct. Likewise, that's correct. Okay. So dili lang pwede nga mo niingon ani si Di Guzman, niingon ani si Caballero, niingon dili siya ana ha. Isulti po ninyo nga similarly, this claim resonates to the statement of Kodada, anan siya. So, butangan po ninyo transitional devices. Furthermore, meaning the reader would be guided na, okay, he or she is adding more. And then, however, so that is a good indicator again that there is a different perspective na gi-introduce. So, mag-guide po ang reader on what to expect on your paper. Okay? So, since again we are not we are not encouraged to give you any tasks for the long weekend. But again, as you prepare your concept paper, I hope that you will consider the things that I have provided to you, especially on writing your RRL on the background of the study katong sa inyong concept paper. Try to practice those things. You use the best technique that you think is appropriate for the literature that you are building. Again, it is really true na kapoy and lisod and sahay boring ang magbasa, magsulat. But these are the things that can help you earn the degree that you are working on since, kano sa ba to? 2021. Itong first year pa mo. So, it is not a waste of time also to read things that are relevant to your field because mapuslan din na ninyo siya puhon sa inyong mga engagements in the academic na field. Okay? So, just practice. Kay pag mas nga masanay na mo nga, inani di ay dapat magsulat, inani di ay dapat mag-build of literature, the hassles of it would become normal. You'll get used to it. And then, it will produce certainly a good output. Okay? So, mana dapat ang inyuhang effortan. Okay? Inyuhang investan sa inyuhang time because you are educators and you are expected to be good sa research. And then, I hope that those things that I've shared can help you also develop those skills, inyong writing skills, inyong research skills. Kaya basin diri di mo manoon pohon, how kayo mo mubuhat og literature or how mo kuha og support ng literature. So, that skill is something that you can treasure hantod sa naa mo sa academe. Okay, so do you have any other questions, concerns? If none, please raise your hand. So, na pa concern? Okay, so I think everyone is okay na. I hope no na namoy na learn, so mo na learn. Ma'am, kumusta? Ay, wait. Sorry, tama di ay. The results sa inyong exam, I will be giving it, hopefully na amo by Wednesday in the morning. Na amo sa morning? Sa Wednesday or Thursday. Napamang wala naka-exam, so dili pa na ako siya mahatag. Balik sa inyo ha. But later at 3 p.m. mag-exam sila. So, tomorrow and Thursday, nako sila ibalik sa inyo ha, inyong exam para you'll know your status. Okay? So, yeah, that's it. Okay, before we'll end, let's have the pictorial. Kindly open your cam. Open yung cam, hindi ba? Okay, sige. Musta mang bayabas dira, kay. Sige, open ang cam. Tanawon na ko ang inyong mga...
Agay! Mamawag mo.
Sige. Open cam, ha? I'll take a picture. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Sige. So, thank you for your time. Everyone, keep safe and God bless us all. Bye-bye.
Goodbye po.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.